Hello, my friends. Welcome back. How are you? I hope doing okay. Let's see what I'm up to today. We're going to be casting in this mold and this mold. And I thought we would try to place some dimensional stickers in layers and see how it turns out. So let's take a look at the stickers that I decided on. See there, it says dimensional stickers. And I got these from my local Hobby Lobby store. Here they are. I'm going to turn it to the side and let you see the layers that it has. And we're just going to try to pull that little sticky pad out from in between each layer. Hopefully, it won't give us a bit of trouble. Now, I've mixed up 40 mils of the Bond Crafter epoxy resin. It's a 1-to-1, which means it's a part A and a part B. Part A is your resin, part B is your hardener, and I mixed them together. And I'm just going to pour just a little bit to cover the surface down into my molds, because this is going to be our first layer. So we don't need to put a lot of resin in there. Then I'm going to take my heat gun, heat that resin up a little bit, get it to moving, and then pop some of those surface bubbles. And we're going to create some ceiling fan charms with these. Yes, I thought that would be super cute. So I spritzed a little bit of alcohol into the resin, and that's to help pop the bubbles that have come to the top. And I'm just reaching in and getting a bubble out right quick. Now let's go ahead and see which of these stickers will work for each of our hearts. I'm only going to be using 3 of the hearts because I'm not real sure how that one down on the bottom of the 3 heart mold is going to work. The other ones are a little bit deeper and shaped a little bit bigger. So I'm just going to place the sticker over the top of the mold to kind of see which ones will fit in each of our molds. Okay, we're going to go with that one in here, this one in there, and let's see here. Probably that one in the third one. So I'm going to go ahead and peel this one off. Let's just get the top part off. It came off really nice. There's no sticker left on it or anything. But I'm going to place it back on there right quick because I need to turn it over and make sure I'm laying that first layer in the right place, because we're going to have to place these stickers back exactly how they go. And we're working backwards doing it, if that makes sense. So I think it's going to go right about here. And we don't have to be 100%, right on the money. We just want to get pretty close. I'm trying to see where I want to place the sticker at. So I'm just placing it right above the mold. I'm going to go ahead and peel it off. And it came with a piece of the sticker. So let's see how easy it's going to come off of there. Okay, that came off really easy. Let's hope that the others do the same. I got a little confused as to where it came from. Okay, there it is. All right, I'm going to drop it right there and poke it down with my little stick here into the resin. Now I'm going to get some glitter. I know I should have added this before I even poured, but I wasn't sure if I was going to use any. And I went ahead and decided I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of glitter in each one of them. Now I'm going to take my little stick here and I'm just going to distribute it evenly throughout the resin. Happy New Year's Eve, everyone. I wish the best of health and everything in between for each one of us. 2025, here we come. Okay, I've got that resin distributed evenly throughout the glitter distributed evenly throughout the resin. And I'm just cleaning something out of that mold there because I didn't pour any resin into that one yet. Okay, now I'm going to place that right over the mold, and let's see where we need to place our first sticker at into this mold. I'm going to go ahead and peel it off, place it down in there, poke it down with my stick. And I'm going to place these right above the heart that they go with. That way I won't get confused as to where they go in our next layer. Okay, now I thought we would place a word down into each heart. I get these from Hobby Lobby, and I absolutely love them. I use them all the time. And I find myself buying a pack of them every time I go in there. Now I ended up with a whole stack of them. I'm trying to see which one I want to use. They have different words on the sheet, and they're in different fonts. And it says the word 3 different times on the sheet. Like family, it will have it 3 times in 3 different fonts. I chose family for this heart, and I turned it over backwards because that's how you need to place it down into the mold, because when you demold it, it will be facing right side up. Now let's choose Faith for the next heart. So I'm going to cut it out as close as I can get it, spritz it with a little alcohol to help out with the bubbles, and then place it down into the mold. Now let's pick out another word. I chose love, spritz it with a little bit of alcohol, and place it down into the mold. Family, faith, and love. What more could you ask for? Now let's cover it, and I'll see you in a few minutes. Okay, we're back. Now it's time for our next layer. We have, I believe, 2 layers to go. I mixed up 40 mils of the Bond Crafter epoxy resin again. Here it is. Now I'm going to take the sticker off, and let's go ahead and peel these off. It's leaving a little bit on there. The other ones didn't do this, but these look like they are. I'm going to place that right there because that's going to be our last layer. I have this layer in my hand. I cleaned it off with a little bit of alcohol and my paper towel. So now I'm going to spritz a little alcohol in the mold. We're going to pour the resin in. Not too much because we still have 2 layers to go. One for the sticker, and then the last layer will be a color that we'll place to really make our stickers pop. Okay, I placed it down into the mold, and now I'm going to take my stick and push it down into the resin. Okay, now I'm going to pick that sticker up and just take a look at it and make sure I place that one in there right. It looks pretty good, so let's go ahead and move to the next one. Okay, now here's the other one. I'm going to peel that sticker off of here. And it's also leaving some of the sticker on there, which is not a big deal. It wasn't really hard to get the other one off. I just spritzed a little alcohol on a Q-tip, and I just moved it back and forth to create some friction on it. That way we won't be scratching it until I got all of it off. Does anybody have any plans to ring in the new year? Let me know in the comment section below what your plans are. Okay, it's got a little bit left on it, so I'm going to clean it off again, and then we'll check it and see if it's good to go. Okay, we're ready. I'm just checking where I'm going to place it at, and then we'll peel it off of there. Spritz a little alcohol down into the mold, pour our resin in, put some alcohol on our sticker, and then I sped the video up right here so we can move through this a little faster. Now let's scoot on over to the next one. I'm just checking where I'm going to place it at, peeling it off. It won't come off with my finger. Okay, we're going to pour the resin down into the mold. I'm going to use my heat gun, pop some of those surface bubbles. Spritz a little alcohol into the mold. Spritz some on the sticker, and now I'm going to place it down in there. And now I'm pushing it down with my stick. Now I'm just checking each one of them, making sure my stickers look good in the molds before we move on. I'm going to spritz a little alcohol in each of them. And then I'm going to add a little bit of resin. And a little bit more over here. And we might as well put some in here. Now let's use the heat gun. We don't want to hold it over it too long because we don't want our sticker folding because of too much heat. Now we're ready to cover it, and then I'll meet you back when it's time for the next layer. Okay, we're back, and this is the last layer of the stickers, you guys. I've mixed up my resin, and I poured 40 mils again, 20 of A and 20 of B. I'm going to spritz a little alcohol down into the mold over here, and then I'm going to go ahead and pour. We still need to leave room for another pour, so I'm not filling the mold up yet. And I'm running my heat gun over that resin to pop any of the surface bubbles, spritz our sticker with some alcohol, and then place it down into the mold. And this one is rather easy compared to the other ones, because I know this last one just sits right on top of the other ones. Okay, now we're going in for the second one. I'm pouring the resin into the mold. We're going to take the heat gun, pop any of the surface bubbles, spritz our sticker with some alcohol, and then place it into the mold. And I'm pushing it down with my tool here. One more to go. Spritz a little alcohol, pour the resin, use the heat gun, pop any of the surface bubbles. Okay, I threw this in the video right quick. We need a mold for my extra resin for our giveaways, you guys. I want to do something different. So what do y'all think about this heart right here? What I can do with this is when we get it filled up, I can add some picture holders to the top of the ventricles on the heart. Or arteries. Is it arteries or ventricles? Anywho, I can place some little picture holders on there and make it really cute. Or I have this mold right here, and you can put a plant in this half right here, and it's a face on it, and it has a bottom half to it for the little cup to set in, and it also has a face on it, so the faces can look at each other. It's really cute mold. But I don't know, maybe you have an idea of another mold that you would like to share for me to do. Let me know your thoughts, because it's going to be something for you guys to win once I get it filled up. So I would like for you guys to have a say in it. And even if I don't have the mold, I'll go out and get it. Just let me know what would be the perfect mold for us to use for my extra resin for the giveaways. Let me know y'all's thoughts, please. Please participate, you guys. I would love to hear everyone's opinion. Thank you. Okay, we're back. Now, here's our last pour. We need to add some color to the back of these hearts. But I have a little surprise for you. Check out my earrings. I had to lay the white resin down in first. I did not do UV resin. Not on these, I didn't, but I did try it. Okay, those are my footballs. And then I made the little brown pieces here that goes on top of the, right up there. You'll put the hardware on and connect that piece to the football. And they need to be domed, I don't really care how they came out. It kind of looks a little funny, like they were made with a 3D printer maybe. I don't know. It has little lines in it right there. I don't know if y'all can see it, but I can. And then I made these with UV resin. Yeah, and it did not cure. It came out a mess. Look at it. So I popped it in the resin curing machine and I still didn't like it. So I don't know what I'm going to do with these yet. And I'll have to clean my mold out. And the reason it didn't cure is because I couldn't get in between that purple layer. It's not a clear mold, so I couldn't get on the other side to cure it. Then I made these cute softballs. Baseballs, not softballs, baseballs. Softballs are yellow. Baseballs are white with the red stripes. And then I couldn't decide if I should use the red or the white with the baseballs. See, I made the white tops and I made the red tops to go on the baseballs. So what do you guys think? Should I do the white on top of the baseballs or the red on top of the baseballs? All right, here we are. We need to mix our colors up and put it in our hearts. I have 3 cups out here, and I'm putting the same amount of resin into each one. Let's use the new colorant that we got from Nurture Soap. I don't know why I keep wanting to call that Nature Soap. It's Nurture Soap, LLC. And now let's whip that color up in our resin. It looks like I'm whipping it, don't it? But I sped the video up here. I'm making sure I scrape the sides of the cup and the bottom of the cup really well. That color is beautiful, and I love how it mixed up into my resin. Now we're going to use a white, and I'm going to use my pigment paste here. Just dip my stick in there, get a little bit off, and then stir it up. Then I also have a black pigment paste. I want to see what a black will look like behind those pink and green flowers. Now I'm stirring up my pigment paste into my resin, making sure I get it stirred up really good and scraping the sides of my cup and the bottom of my cup really well. I think I put a little bit too much black in there, but we'll add some more resin to it because I have some over there in my cup. Now we're going to spritz some alcohol into the mold and go ahead and pour that beautiful baby blue. Now I'm going to grab my alcohol and I'm going to spritz some in the mold next to it. And then we'll go ahead and pour the white in that one. Now we'll spray this one with some alcohol and then go ahead and pour the black in this one. Now we have all of them filled with a color. I'm going to add a little bit more to this white one because it can hold some more resin. It really could hold some more, to be honest. Now I'm going to use my heat gun, pop any surface bubbles. Make sure that I have each of the molds topped off all the way to the top because resin shrinks as it cures. Spritz them with some alcohol and let's cover them, and I'll meet you back when it's time to demold them. Okay, are y'all ready? It's demold time. Let's get these out of the mold and take a look at them. Let's start with the white one. It's the one that is my least favorite. Here we go. Here it is. It turned out beautiful, but because I put the white behind it, it really didn't showcase the dimensional look that it has. So I really wish, excuse me, I really wish I would have used a different color. What do you guys think? It's still pretty. It's really pretty, but it just looks like a sticker. It doesn't look like a 3D sticker. It's not showing the dimensions in it. Now let's get the baby blue one out. Oh, this one's pretty. Can you guys see the dimensions in it? It's beautiful. I love how this one turned out. You can see one of my pore lines, but it's okay. I waited too late to pour one of my pores. It still doesn't take away from the beauty of it. Okay, I saved the best for last, you guys. Let's get this one out and take a look at it. Oh my goodness. This one is stunning. Look at the dimensions it has in it. You can really see them in this one. I really love this one right here. So beautiful. And let's go ahead and drill a hole in this one so I can show you guys how I make these. This is the one that we used in the Bond Crafter UV resin giveaway video, and I domed the back of it using their UV resin. Now I'm just going to take my drill here and I'm going to carefully take it slow and easy and drill a small hole into this top of this heart here. And I try to stay right in the middle. You can try to stay where your color is at in the back so that you don't drill that hole in the front where your clear resin's at. But you can always put 2-part epoxy in it, you know, to cover it up. But we're just drilling that hole just deep enough to put one of the beads in on the chain. That's all we need to get into the hole. And the reason I like to use 2-part epoxy, you know, dropping a little bit down into the hole, is because these are going to be pulled on a lot because they're ceiling fan charms. So that's really going to secure that chain inside of there. I think we have the hole deep enough now. Can you guys see it? Let's go ahead and drop one of the beads in off of the chain. I can't get it in there good enough. So I'm going to reach over and grab my little cricket tool over here. And then I'm just going to put a little bit of pressure on that bead and poke it really good down in there. Now it's in there. And there we have it. And that's how I make my ceiling fan charms. Only difference is I use 2-part epoxy, you know, dropping a few drops down in there. We're going to be using this UV resin bonder just for my video. I'm just going to put a little bit on the tip of my tool here, you know, get a nice little drop on there and then drop it down into the hole. And then we'll take the UV light and cure it up. Now let's go ahead and drop the bead down in there off of the chain. And let's go ahead and cure it up. And then we'll take a look at it. These are so much fun to make. I really enjoy making ceiling fan charms. I don't know why, but I do. I think they're so adorable. And I have to have one on every one of my ceiling fans in my house because I'm so short. And there's that one. It turned out super cute. Okay, I have all of them done. The beads are put down in there. The chains are on. And see, I made my hole right in the front where the clear resin's at. I just wanted to show you that it doesn't look bad doing it that way. As long as you only make the hole big enough for one bead, it looks nice. And it's okay if you drill a little bit further. Just put the two-part epoxy down in there, you know, and it'll seal that hole up. And then here's this one right here. I wanted to show you, I drilled down a little bit further to show you what it will look like if you do happen to drill down too far. See there? It's going to make that little drill hole in your piece. It doesn't look bad in this one, but I'm going to be placing some two-part epoxy down in there, and it will fill that hole right on up. I didn't put a lot of the UV bonder stuff down in there, so it should be pretty easy to pull that chain out of there and put the two-part epoxy down in it. And then here's this one. And I got this one right dead in the center, and it worked out really well. And then here's this one. It's right dead in the center as well, and it turned out beautiful. Which one is your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. Now let's take a look at my pocket hug hearts that I domed yesterday. Remember, we demolded them yesterday and I put resin on top of them to really showcase the alcohol inks in them. Here they are, and they turned out beautiful. Now you can really see down in that piece to see, you know, what the alcohol inks are doing inside of there. The purple is my favorite out of all of them because it has so much going on inside of there. And then here's the red one. It turned out beautiful too. There's a lot going on in this one as well. And I love the silver behind it. You know, it just peeks through just a little bit. And then here's the green one. You don't see much of the silver in this one, but the rest of them you do. This is the pink. And then here's one of the cards that I'm going to be using. Whenever you find yourself doubting how far you can go, just remember how far you have come, everything you have faced, all the battles you have won, and all the fears you have overcome. Well, it's about that time, my friends, for a sweet goodbye, and I will see you tomorrow. Happy New Year's, everyone. God bless you. Goodbye, my friends.